splendid good afternoon to you from me, Alex Nyman. I'm bringing you my program today, which of course is Insights, the usual weekly look at what's happening in the world of jazz and contemporary music. And as usual, I have a full and varied selection for you. And today I'm going to be kicking off with a fantastic player called Jeff Golub. And this is his version of the Average White Band's original number called Pick Up the Pieces. Apologies for that. My wandering finger just wandered a little bit too far there. Wandered onto another track. We'll get back to pick up the pieces in a little while. Cheers. And that was Vincent and Gala there with Maybe You Think, and a really nice smooth jazz thing there. I was going to get back to the Jeff Golub one, and no doubt once do you know what, I've just found it fantastic. Let's have a little listen to that one again, because it's actually a really cool track, and it was originally came out about 1974, I think it was 1974, Average White Band, and the guys nearly didn't release it because they didn't think that an instrumental would do particularly well in the charts. It did incredibly well, and it's been played by millions and millions of people since then. It's one of the all-time great sort of jazz funk kind of jam things to do. It's a fantastic number. Pick Up the Pieces by Jeff Golub. Pick up those pieces, indeed. It was quite a shock for me actually. Just then, when the lady goes, "Pick up the pieces," they panned it hard right on, well, at least on my headphones anyway, and I thought maybe Veronica had come in from the other room, and was sounded like she just sort of like whispering it. Maybe it could be Michael, I don't know, but but it gave me quite a shock at first, I have to say. I kind of expected it the second time though. That was all right. Anyway, so as I said, that was quite an interesting story actually behind that whole piece. That Molly Duncan and Roger Ball were the two main sort of composers of that track in about 1974, and yeah, they really did think that an instrumental around about that time in the UK wasn't going to go down particularly well, and they weren't going to bother to release it. But they went into the studio on a Saturday, apparently at, I think it was Abbey Road, and R.F. Martin was there, the producer of the album, and they had a chat with him, and they were sort of arguing the toss about the solo and who was going to do it, and they thought it sounded good on tenor, so Molly Duncan did a solo, and it's now sort of one of those iconic solos from pop records that you hear. And I heard them, and to be quite honest with you, it was funny because it was one of those sort of influential moments for me, because I suddenly thought, wow, I really dig this music. This is so cool. I didn't say dig this music because I was only about 14 at the time, so that sort of language wasn't really being used at the time. Well, not where I was born anyway. And we didn't say dig and cool and cats and things like that. But I thought I really liked it, and it sounded very different from all the music that I'd heard up to that point. It's called jazz funk, and as I say, it's become one of those anthems for jazz funk, and it's a fantastic track, and it's really, very cool to play over. Really simple chord changes, and not you would think that if you heard the Michael Brecker solo, and I will find that for you one day. I'm going to put that up for you because that's an amazing solo too. I won't do it today because I've got lots of other things to play for you. Now let's move on to a completely different kettle of fish, and this is a track by Ornette Coleman, another fantastic saxophone player, very much in the free jazz vein, and this is a track called Lonely Woman. was the Lonely Woman, actually called not The Lonely Woman, just called Lonely Woman, Ornette Coleman, saxophone player, from his album, a very influential, iconic album called The Shape of Jazz to Come, and that was recorded quite a number of years ago, many years ago, in fact, and at that particular time when it did come out, it was considered to be quite radical, because it went kind of pretty much against everything that had been sort of played up to that point in time, as artists often do they not? And let's carry on with another artist who does a lot of things that are new and refreshing. Although I do believe he's retired now, which is a great shame. Retired from playing, which it's kind of hard to imagine really that somebody like Keith Jarrett would retire from playing. But I think he's got some kind of illness. I'm not too sure what it is, but anyway, something that's restricting his ability to play. And however, this is one of the tracks from the probably the most famous trio within sort of the jazz world over the last sort of 20-30 years, which is the Keith Jarrett Trio, featuring Keith Jarrett, obviously, Gary Peacock on double bass, and I'm trying to think of his name. Oh, it's gone. Don't worry, it'll come back to me. And this is a fabulous track. It's a wonderful one. It's a piano player, actually, who I just recommended to another piano playing friend of mine, and wonderful musical director, Mr. Andrew Atkins. He hadn't heard of him before, so I recommended him to him, and he's, well, very impressed. And I shall carry on and play this track for you. This is called All the Things You Are. Stunning, absolutely stunning, fantastic playing. That was Keith Jarrett there, and the guy singing in the background with the piano solo was, of course, Keith Jarrett. That's what he does, and I think it sounds just fantastic. Whatever he does, it's amazing. Incredible player. Okay, we're going to go to a little bit of Latin American music now. Now, look, I don't think I've said good morning to all the guys down at JR Orchards today. If you guys are listening, a very good morning to you, and I hope everything's going well down there at the on the orchard, and I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, and a very warm hello from me to you, to Jamie and the team, and well, let's get something a little bit warm and going, and let's play something by Gonzalo Rubalcaba, and this is called Mi Gran Pasión. Beautiful. Mi gran pasión, Gonzalo Rubacalba. And that's not it for the Latin influence today. I'm going to be playing a couple of more Latin numbers later on. I thought it might be nice to delve back into the 20s with a little track from one of my favourite... I can't really say he's one of my favourite trumpet players, but he's one of the most influential trumpet players, a guy called Louis Armstrong, or Serchmo, as he was known to many people. And it's difficult now, I suppose, to sort of hear his playing and think, well, how could that sort of be influential? But I guess it's just, it's a time related thing, and if you're around at the time, you would have been aware of just how groundbreaking the stuff that he was doing at the time. A bit like many other fabulous players that when we look back now, they don't sound so groundbreaking, but I guess a bit like Ornette Coleman earlier on. That didn't sound quite so as radical as it probably did at the time when he recorded that track. Anyway, let's move on. This is West End Blues, Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong there and his Hot Five. The recording done at the time, obviously, it was amazing. You can almost hear the guy sort of going switching the thing off there at the end. Fantastic. Let's move on into sort of like the jazz rock era now, and we're going to go with a little bit of a number by a fabulous band that I think they kind of like do a little bit of touring now. It's not a tribute band that as such. It's still, I think, one of the members, a couple of the members of the original band are still there, a band called Steely Dan, and this is a track called Deacon Blues.
There where I used to stand.
Deacon Blues there with that was actually Pete Chrisley on tenor saxophone playing that solo, and as I said, it's a fabulous band called Steely Dan. If you haven't heard them before, check them out. Very, very famous band, and just absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to move on now, and we're going back to sort of Latin kind of flavour here, and this is Pablo Martinez and his flamenco ensemble playing in a mellow tone, but kind of like a rumba, really. There you have it, Pablo Martinez and his flamenco jazz ensemble, and that was from Ensemble. That was from the album called De Madrugada. And if you didn't know the tune in a mellow tone, Duke Ellington number, you might not have recognised it within that particular arrangement, but that's what it was. And it's a great tenor saxophone solo, actually. Really ripped that one up. Okay, let's go with a beautiful Burt Bacharach number. It's called The Look of Love, and it's sung by the wonderful, wonderful singer and piano player. Her name is Diana Krall.
Your smile can't disguise the look of love. It's saying so much more than just words could ever say. And what my heart has heard, well, it takes my breath away. I can hardly wait to hold you, feel my arms around you. How long I have waited just to love you. Now that I have found you, you've got the look of love is on your face, a look that time can't erase. Be mine tonight. Let this be just the start of so many nights like this.
The Look of Love with Diana Krall there on the wonderful Burt Bacharach number. Burt Bacharach, one of my very favourite composers. Just marvellous music, and I'm currently working through a short list of stuff from him at home, recording that as instrumental stuff, and that actually is one of the ones that I'm going to be doing very shortly. I might even have a little crack at it this afternoon when I get home. Okay, I'm going on to another singer, somebody who I played on here many times. One of my favourite singers. I worked with him at one point. His name is Frank Sinatra, and he's was, I should say, the most, I guess, the iconic jazz singer probably of all time. I mean, we could say maybe, I don't know, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, but from a male point of view, I would say that most certainly Frank Sinatra would have to be the number one singer. Now, and there are a lot of other guys that are still at it now. Tony Bennett, for example, fantastic singer, and still in that sort of genre, that sort of, the male crooner kind of thing, Michael Bublé, guys like that. But Frank really was the number one, and an amazing sense of time, and just the way he phrased everything was just incredible. So this is actually a number from a show that I was actually talking with somebody just a couple of days ago about this. And was because I just finished doing a couple of concerts with the Wairarapa singers choir, and a very marvellous choir it is. And if any of those people are listening right now, congratulations on 2 incredible shows. You did amazing work, and it was a real privilege to be there and play with you. And although we didn't actually do anything from this particular show, it was a number that I was talking about with somebody else, the piano player, Mark Dorrell, wonderful piano player, and I was talking about one of the shows that I did, and that was actually called Singing in the Rain. And I have to say, probably one of my favourite shows to actually play from a musical point of view. Anyway, from sitting in sax section, playing lead alto on this one, and there was I think a bit of a flute and piccolo, and bits and pieces. Anyway, it's all really good. And it was I did the first show. The start of the tour that I did was actually in Dublin, where we did like a month-long stint there. And it was quite the most marvellous time. I'd never been to really sort of spent any time in Ireland before, and we were in Dublin at a particular theatre there for, as I say, just around about a month. And as luck would have it, the back door from the outside from the green room, you went out the green room from where the band were, and probably about 5 feet round the corner there was a door. You opened that door up, and across the probably about 3 feet between there and the alleyway and the next door happened to be the door to the pub, which was wonderful. You walked straight into the bar. So in the break, we managed to quaff down a couple of pints of Guinness, and it was all wonderful stuff. Probably shouldn't be saying that when you think that players are playing the second half of the show under the steam of 2 pints. Mind you, if you've been doing the show for as long as we had, then really it wasn't that sort of tricky show to not be able to at least have a little drink in between shows, and especially when it's Guinness, especially served in Dublin. My goodness, I mean, it'd be sacrilege not to do that. So that's what we did anyway. And we also had a couple there after the show as well. Believe it or not, it was always good fun, fantastic place, and as they say, a great crack with all the guys from the band. It was wonderful. Okay, so this is a number from that show, and this particular track is called "Luck Be a Lady Tonight."
They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me. The pickings have been lush. And yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners. You might refuse to stay. And so the best that I can do is pray. Be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair. It isn't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. Let's keep this party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see just how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Hey, luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, and it's not nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the guy that you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady.
Oh, you tell 'em, Frank. Wow. See, no four-letter words, nothing. Just great lyrics, fantastic big band, and a song with something, you know, with a meaning behind it. I guess I'm getting old-fashioned, aren't I? I'm getting old. That's probably what it is. In fact, my wife took some photographs yesterday when we were at playing at Kurunui College for the Wairarapa singers, and she was up and sort of, you know, in the gods, as it were, sort of photographing down. And we got back and she said, "Oh, look, these nice photographs of you and while you were playing." And I thought, "Oh, thanks very much." I had a little look. So, oh no, I've got a bald patch at the top of my head. Oh, and I thought, oh no. So I quickly rang the hair clinic in Wellington. I'm going to put an appointment to see if they can stitch a few hairs very, very top, the crown of my head. It didn't look too bad actually this morning. I think it was because I gelled my hair that it exposed an area that looked a little less, it was all depleted of hair than it should have been. So I've stopped gelling my hair now. Vanity? Who said I was vain? Okay, let's move on now with this is another iconic track from the world of jazz, if you will, and it's one that I listened to over and over and over and over and over again when I was in my early teens, and it's the Woody Herman Orchestra, and it's the wonderful Four Brothers. The Four Brothers there, Woody Herman and his orchestra. Very unusual sort of saxophone section at the time, because it was normally saxophone sections consist of a lead alto, second alto, first tenor and second tenor, and a baritone saxophone. So 5 saxophones all up, 2 altos, 2 tenors and 1 baritone. But that was an unusual section simply because they had 3 tenors and 1 baritone. And it gave it the very, kind of individual sound that it became famous for. As indeed that track was of the time extremely famous, and it still is, and I love it. And it's just a brilliant sax section, and never get tired of listening to that particular track. Okay, let's move on now with a little bit of 80s Shack Attack with quite a well-known track from them. This is called Nightbirds. Who Chooses the Seasons there. And that is from a singer who's very famous at the time, Omar, and a wonderful singer who not many people have heard of, but she's certainly one of my favourites, Carleen Anderson. Incredible singer, and so many other tracks from her which are just absolutely amazing, and I will play some more of those tracks by her hopefully next week. I'll do a little special on her for sure. Okay, I've got time for one more track, and this is another crooner, if you will, one of those ones that I forgot to mention actually, Harry Connick Jr., and I'm going to play you out with this one, and so just between now and next week, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead and be safe, and I look forward to your company next week from 12 till 1:30 here on Arrow FM, and with my programme, Insights. So until then, take care, and here is Harry Connick Jr. to tell you about his love and the fact that it's here to stay. See you next week.
Very clear, our love is here to stay, not for a year, forever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know, they're all just passing fancies that in time may go. Oh, my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble there. They're only made of clay. Oh, our love is here to stay. Here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. Baby, they're only made of clay.